Kaspa here in a second, but it looks like our ABC ended up playing out. Ended up the other day when we did a video, we took a measurement. So first off, let's get this up here, right? Take that off. We took a Fibonacci. This couldn't get up past the 618. Remember that? It ended up getting rejected multiple times. It got rejected through here, here, and here. It didn't quite make it up. Kept making lower highs through here. Take an AB, pull it down here, and C right down here. We were looking towards the different charts give different outcomes, right? This is cracking. This gave 112, 847. If we come over here, where's my Binance chart? I believe it's this one. Yeah, this is Binance. Let me just wipe this clean. Oops. Let's get that off there. Remove 5 drawings. And if we take Binance, this gave a bottom. Let's take a look here. 618 right around there. I gave a bottom right around 112.8, right about the same almost. Ended up coming down just a little bit lower down here. Ended up coming down close to 112 on the dot. That looks like a possible bottom in here. All right, we'll have to see how it plays out, but looks like an ABC. Looks like that we could possibly call this a bottom here. All right, definitely end up getting an ABC structure out of it. We'll see if it holds. We'll mark this off right there. All right, now if we take a bigger look out on this thing, this is on a 12-hour chart. We go out on a daily. All right, if this thing starts back up from here, possible next target would end up being, first off, right back up to the retracement levels of right around 119, 120. And if we get through there, 130,000. Daily RSI. Well, let's see. That indicator is off there, so let's pull it. Let's get the RSI on here. Where's my stochastic? Right there. Let's see, where's my other one at? Relative strength index right here. Alright, that's more or less the one I want. I had 2 stochastic RSIs on here. Maybe I don't. Let's get this on here. But you do have the regular RSI and heading to the upside on the daily. Alright, the weekly, no bearish divergence, starting to head back up here. Alright, is looking good. We get up through 120, and then 130 would be the next target for this thing. We come over here on CoinMarketCap. Just want to show you the Fear and Greed Index, the altcoin season index, and show you what's going on over here. All right, boy, that's crazy, isn't it? Market cap for Bitcoin 2.3 trillion. I think it's reached Google now. I think it's right around the same market cap as Google. That's absolutely crazy, isn't it? I would have thought that 5 years ago, even 10 years, 10 years ago or something. That's unbelievable. $115,000 for one Bitcoin. That is just unbelievable. Fear and Greed Index is at a 52. That's come down from last week. Altcoin season is at a 43 out of 100. Like I said, that's been getting to the highest levels we've seen for a while. If we click on this, come over here. I want to show you something because it hasn't been to these levels for quite a while. All right, now altcoin season is when 75 out of the top 100 are performing better than Bitcoin, and right now we're at 43. Okay, and here you can see altcoin season index. It was at a 40 here, but even last week we were up towards the higher numbers, 50. Right up through there. But if you look back through here, the gray line, it's the highest it's been in this the past 90 days. That's all the further back it'll go. But definitely trending up that way, right? I mean, we took a look there with that Bitcoin dominance. That's what we're waiting for it to end up topping coming over here. These are market cycle top indicators. All right. These are what tend to the pi cycle top indicator. That one there seemed pretty accurate. Nailed the last three tops. All right. Now, I want to come back to the front here because I thought it had them listed on the main page here. We'll take a look here in a second. 24-hour volume for the market, 129 billion. Market cap is at $3.76 trillion. And look at that, 19 million cryptocurrencies. Like we talked before, that's because of pump fund. Let me see here. Top indicators. Okay, well, I thought it had them on the front here, but none of them have triggered yet. And I think there's 30 of them that trigger the top, and not one has triggered yet. Okay, if we come over here to Kaspa, ended up putting a Kaspa long and an Ethereum long out on Discord yesterday. Both of them ended up hitting their targets, so that was good to see. If you want to join us over in Discord, that's a level 3 membership in the description of the video. Come check it out. Come sign up. We got a lot of great traders over there, guys. A lot of really, really good traders. People that have been there for a long time. Over 160 members in there. So it's $15 if you want to sign up. And it's a good community to be involved in. Any community, not just specifically ours, any community out there, especially with an alt season coming, right? That's for sure. Now let's go over here to first off, let's take a quick look. All right, let's see what is happening here. Number one, the DXY. It was bouncing off of support. All right, apparently going weekly. Yeah, still right on that support, that weekly support. See it here? This yellow line coming up through here, still on there. All right, the Dow Jones up 527 points today so far, looking good. I think it's heading for another leg to the upside. It looks up towards 50,000. All right, now that market caps, that's what I want to see, the totals. The total 1, the total 2, total 3. This is the one. This is the altcoins. This is everything except Bitcoin and Ethereum. Okay, made that all-time high right back here. Just a wick, but it is turning back up there towards the upside. Don't like this here, right? You got this high, a lower high here, a higher high up here, and then another lower high. So I don't know. Maybe it's a resistance level on the RSI. We'll have to keep an eye on that, though, right? Put that on there and leave it on there and get lower highs. Usually that's like a bearish divergence type issue there, but we'll see how that works out. We're still waiting for this, to bust above this 1.14 trillion. It was that prior high over here. Like I said, we did get this wick up through here. It did set a new all-time high, but total market cap of crypto is up $70 billion today. All right, and there you go. It has set another new all-time high. Actually, last week. All right, that would have been last week right there. All right, so that is still climbing. And here you go again. Got this high, a lower high, and a lower high. This high, a higher high, and a higher high. Bearish divergence here, on the total crypto cap. Not really what you want to see, right? Let's check out Bitcoin dominance, then we're going to check out Kaspa, Kaspa's chart here. Bitcoin dominance, that's what we want to see coming down. It's at 61.61. All right, yeah, running back up there, getting a little bit. Started off this week red though, which is good. All right, obviously these are weekly candles. Maybe that's all the higher it's going to retrace back up to here. Let's see what that is on a fib. Is that a 382 or not? Yeah, That's good. All right, that's fantastic, actually. All right, that is typical of a possible um, two, one, two, you know, 3, 4, 5, you know, downwards like that. But that's typical of a wave two back up at a 382. All right, so might get the roll over here. Might start pretty soon. We want this yellow line to break right here. That's our big one we're looking for, right? That's the big crash we want to see happening. We still have an alt season coming. No question about it. No question. All right, now Kaspa. We zoom in here on a daily. Get inside here. Let's get this bib up here. All right, this thing looks like it has definitely started back towards the upside here. Which chart do I want? That's Cadena there. Kaspa, that's Mexi. Is this one we used last time? Gate. Or was it this one here? Yeah, we'll go with this one right here. Alright, now, what was this retracement here? That's where we hit our target, right? That was our target we were shooting for. I made it up to 50%. 1, 2, 3. Well, we'll have to see here. That's a level that we're definitely going to want to take out. Alright, this on a daily chart is right through here. We're definitely going to want to see that taken out. No question. All right, what I'm possibly looking at there is, you know, and we'll see what happens here when it happens. But if we come in on a 4 hour, that long yesterday, maybe a 1 hour, over in Discord was right here. Okay, over this move right here, we had a 1, 2, 3, 4, and a fifth wave here. Right, this fifth wave is what we were long in yesterday, and right here, this red wick up here, that's where it ended up hitting target. Still looks like it's going to go a little bit higher here. Looks like a 1, 2, 3, 4, and this looks like it's going to come up a little bit more. If you zoom out on this thing, you have a resistance line coming down through here. All right, which you definitely would be a good indicator to keep an eye on right through here. Okay, definitely want to keep an eye on that. We get a break of that, that would be fantastic. I mean, this thing could really start flying. All right, now, like I said, in on this shorter term, we zoom in on this, maybe even tighter, on a 15-minute. This wave here looks like it's going to come up towards there. All right, but once, yeah, it is. 1618 is going to put it right up towards there at 0.091. All right, now does it get rejected there or does it break through? That is what we're going to have to keep an eye on. All right, first off, it's probably going to get a correction out of there. What you have here, you know, we had that bigger 5 waves I just showed you, but once again, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then this fifth wave to the upside right here on a smaller time level. This is on a 15-minute chart. All right, this is probably going to finish up within the next half hour. You know, it's going to come right up towards that trend line that I just drew there. Okay, and like I said, the question is, does it get rejected or does it break out of there? All right, that's what we're going to have to keep an eye on here. If it does get rejected, you know, it could make another push towards the downside here, all right, which I don't want to see, obviously. Or this is starting, you know, you're going to get this push up here, and this is starting a bigger move. You know, 1, 2, 3. All right. The question is, would that be the end of 3 or not? Fourth wave pullback, and then maybe the fifth wave breaks out of here. We're just going to have to see how it reacts there, but up towards that 0.091. Is where I'm looking for this this next push to come to. Then it could end up correcting there for a little bit. We're gonna have to definitely keep an eye on that and see. All right, but we do get it if it does break through there. that would be great news. All right, then we could be working up towards this 14-cent mark, which would be huge. All right, so we'll check back maybe in a day or two here, see what happens. That daily RSI heading to the upside looks good. You know, we could have this could turn out being a pretty decent move if it gets that break. That's what we're going to be watching for here, though. That's the first big move. Want to see a break that like 0.092. All right, we get a break of that. This could end up turning out. Probably hear my cat snoring. You hear 1, 2, 3, 4, and a fifth wave up here towards that 14 cents. All right, so Kaspa looking pretty decent. The rest of the market is too. Bitcoin looks great. That EBC looks completed. So keep an eye on everything, guys. Everything's starting to look pretty good. That Bitcoin dominance crashes, and the party started for sure. All right, please hit that like and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll talk to you soon, guys.